Alright guys, today I'm going to be talking about my minimalist kit and the two different knives I carry on different occasions. And I'm kind of sick, so you may have to excuse my voice, and I don't got a camera stand very good camera stand, so y'all just have to bear with me. But I'm going to cover all my basics. Alright, let's set y'all down. Alright, so basically I do two different types of camping during the wintertime. I do hobo camping and I do wilderness camping. Hobo camping would be like finding a place in the city or maybe on the outskirts, just a little bit where there's a little bit of wooded area, and setting up camp there. And wilderness camping, of course, is just going deep into the woods for a little while. I mean, you can decide whichever is which. I like doing both. I don't know which one I prefer because I like them both, but I only like camping during the wintertime most of the time because it just gets too hot in Texas, bugs everywhere. But if I'm camping out in the wilderness, I'll take my Minimalist knife. I don't know if I pronounced that right, because it comes like this with a flat tip, and I don't think that'd be very good for defense or anything, but it sure makes a hell of a wilderness knife. And I mean, it's titanium bonded, it stays super sharp. You can do all kinds of stuff. It's got the serrated edge. And this is only I got this for about $30 at Academy Sports and Outdoors. Excuse me. And I got my little Indian knife. Got it from my granddad. And this would be a self-defense knife for me. I mean, it's not the only self-defense knife I have, but it's kind of inconspicuous. And it has a finger twirl, and I mean, it's really light, and its center of gravity is pretty good. It's full tank construction, well, almost full tank except for the pommel. I mean, you can use this as a wilderness knife. I have before plenty of times. I don't know the exact specs on it, but I would prefer using this as a defensive knife, so your fingers don't like slip up on the blade like they would on this one. Alright, now I'm going to go through my kit. This kit, it doesn't get very hot, very cold in Texas during the wintertime. The coldest I've ever camped out in Texas was about 11 degrees. And I mean, that's pretty cold for me, but I mean, it's not that bad. I basically just wear a Carhartt jacket and start a small fire. If you start a big enough fire, it'll keep you warm no matter what in Texas. But for this pocket, and I just carry this on my belt loop anyway, so I pretty much don't like to take a pack if I go hobo camping, but this would just be like a backup where I'd throw it in my pack if I'm wilderness camping. Excuse me. This is just a little multi-tool, and it has just a few attachments. It's like an everyday carry one. I mean, just for simple tasks. I mean, you got your corkscrew. Yeah. I mean, I don't know who makes it. I just grabbed it from my cousin. But, then I have my heavy-duty multi-tool, which has pliers on it, and, of course, knives and stuff, tools. Fuck. Alright, guys, today I'm going to be going through my little AARP, little just minimalist survival thing that I can carry on my belt. Put some paracord on it, and I use it in conjunction with my Minimalist titanium bonded knife for wilderness camping, which I do a lot of, but I live in Texas, so I only usually do it during the winter so it'll be comfortable because it doesn't get very cold, but you don't have to worry about bugs, and I just can't sleep very well when it's hot. I mean, I can if I have to, but I just don't like to. Not a weenie or anything, but I do other stuff during the summer. I work all day. And I'm sick, so you're going to have to excuse my talking. I can't help it. But anyways, this will make a pretty good, or actually really pretty good wilderness survival knife because it's big, it's sharp. It's got all kinds of stuff, but I would not use this for a defense knife unless I had to because it doesn't have a point on it. Now, if I'm hobo camping, which is basically just camping in the city or in a little wooded area inside the city, I would use this knife because you can still do all the same stuff with it. As you see, it's full tang. It's got a point on it, and it's got a choil on it, so your fingers won't run up. But it's a very good all-rounder knife, and I don't know what kind of knife this is. I got it from my grandpa. Excuse me. And it's just really nice construction. He hadn't taken care of it over the years, but I shined it up as best I could, and I'm working on it still. But it's a pretty decent knife, and it's over 50 years old, so you can see that it has decent quality. But anyways, those are my two knives that I alternate between. Then I got my heavy duty Cobalt multi-tool that I carry in this little thing. I've already opened it and just taken it out because it's the tough part, and it fits in there along with this little everyday carry, just a little basic knife, tool knife. And I mean, the thing equates up to about 1 pound, so it's not bad. Excuse me, y'all. And so for the second pocket, I don't carry much. I need to get some new gear. Basically, all this stuff I've spent about under $10 because I've gotten it from my family. I've permanently borrowed. I don't like to say steal, but I mean they weren't using it, so, and I just make sure they're not using it, so I'll take it and put it in my kit, and they ask me where it is, I'll give it back to them. But I got a condom, use it for bladder, emergency bladder, not expensive, and I think that's all that's in that pocket. Now, in this pocket, I just got your basic paracord, maybe 10 feet of it. No, not even 10 feet, about 5 feet. I got some more in there, I'm just not going to pull it all out. Then for the main pocket, I got an Altoids tin, an Altoids small tin. Basically, this is my firebox. I got it loaded down with matches, strikers. It does pretty well for what I need it for. I got bleach to purify water. Now that may sound harmful, but it's cheap and it'll last you a year. Well, bleach goes bad in a year, so you have to change it out, but 2 drops will filter a quart of water, or yeah, a quart of water. So this is plenty of water. I mean, I just took a little eyedropper and took the plastic thing off and poured the bleach in there, and this is plenty of water. I bet you I can get 5 gallons or maybe even 10 gallons out of this. And it works. You just got to let it sit for a little while. I'd say about 45 minutes, and it's supposed to taste like chlorine water a little bit, but that just means you know it's safe. This is recommended by the government because, I mean, who doesn't have bleach in their house? I mean, and how expensive is bleach? It's pretty decent. It beats purification tablets, which, I mean, I wouldn't mind having them, but it does its job. This works just fine. And always just mark it, make sure nobody's dropping it in their eyes. That would turn out pretty horrible. And next, got a contractor bag. It's a little 40-gallon bag that I use as shelter. But basically what I do during the wintertime, I'll find me something to, like a tree to sleep under, or I'll sleep under whatever I can find in the city. I'll just lay a trash bag down and put some leaves in it or something. It's comfortable, makes a good bed. And I mean, emergency shelter if it starts raining. So there you go. Got a little thing of bug dope. Keep the little critters off you. Nope, nothing fancy. Then I got my aluminum foil. There's plenty of uses for aluminum foil. This is about 4 square feet of it, all folded up. And you can use this. I've seen people cook with it. I mean, you can't just set it right in the fire, but you can suspend it over. I mean, hell, David Canterbury from Dual Survival used a plastic water bottle, so why wouldn't you be able to use aluminum foil? And besides, you can see it makes a pretty good reflector. It can make a good heat reflector. You put it over a rock or a log facing from your fire, towards you, and it'll direct a good amount of heat. So that's pretty invaluable. And here I have my little minimalist knife, just a little backup knife. Works pretty good. It's a little 3-finger knife, but it's pretty sturdy. And I mean, I've used this on plenty of occasions. Just a backup knife. It's a good little self-defense knife too. See, I just carved my... Oh, camera won't focus. I'm sorry, guys. Maybe it will. I don't know if you can see it, but I got my little skull carved into it. Just the Kydex sheath. And now I got my survival tin. That's all that's left in the bag. If I can get the thing open. I mean, you see everybody with Altoids tins and stuff for like everyday carry, but I like these little card tins. Oh, dang. So basically, I'll just go through the contents here. We got an alcohol prep pad, clean your wounds, the Bear Grylls Survival Guide, pocket guide. So I think I'd do pretty good having that. Got a small little knife. Strike Anywhere white tip matches. Got 6 of them. Duct tape, always important to have. Use it for all kinds of stuff. Got a candle in here. Lawn burning. Virtually infinite fire source, my ferro rod. Another set of matches, just cheap matches, but usable. Another bladder in here. And besides, you want to use non-lubricated, pre-lubricated without any spermicide, because you don't want all that stuff in your mouth. It's just nasty. Not last, I got antibiotic ointment that I just cut off in a straw and duct tape the ends down. Cut it open, squeeze it on yourself, you're good to go. Got some paper for tinder. Now, the things I'm missing in here is a medical kit. I know I need Band-Aids. I might want to invest in a Mylar blanket, or even a SOL bivy bag. I probably could use another source of boiling my water. I could use a source of snares. I mean, but this is just my minimalist, like maybe two nights sustainable. And of course I carry money with me, so I buy food along the way, walking to whichever destination I go. But y'all comment below and tell me what I can improve on, and follow my other videos, because I'm going to start making some just like this with my different bags. I mean, I'm not no expert, but I've been doing this for a long time, so I know what works for me. Whatever works for you is fine. Just exchange ideas with me so I can get new ones. Alright, y'all. Have a good day.